Hello and welcome to this video. If you do what successful people do, you'll be successful. And if you just do what failures do, no doubt you will be failure. And very soon you're going to be failure. So this video is going to be very important where I'm going to dive into the 10 habits of successful people. And my dear friends, let me tell you, this is not just a motivational video or a bookish knowledge. This is something that I've gained over the past decade by reading books of best authors on this planet, by observing the best coaches that I've got and mentors I've got in my life. So this video is going to be amazing. This few minutes will give you experience of more than hundreds of years of all the authors, all the mentors that I've gone through and I've observed in my life, right? So let's begin today's video. Welcome, and let's begin with the 10 successful habits of successful people. If you do this, if you follow it in your life, success will be yours. I can guarantee that. And throughout the video, the medium of communication is going to be English so that it can help everyone who are comfortable with all English language. Now, the first habit of a successful people, what I've observed in my life, is they are very good reader. They're very good listeners. Now, listening is a very important skill, and it is not something that I'm going to talk about what every book have written, like be a good listener, be a good listener. Even in his book of 7 habits of highly effective people, Stephen Covey has said that there are even various type of listening, right? Some listening is just to respond. Few people listen just to respond. Few people listen just to ignore. Yeah, that is also the kind of listening, right? We just listen because somewhere we have to. We cannot just stand up and go, walk away. So we have to listen, but that is not the listening that we are talking about. In his book of 7 habits of highly effective people, Stephen Covey talked about emphatic listening. You should be listen to absorb it, not to reply. Many people just listen so that the moment the sentence gets over, they can reply back. No, never do that. Right? Be a good listener. That is the best quality of a leader. I've seen in my life, I've observed it. The best leaders are the one who talk less and listen more. Because when you're listening, you are gaining the knowledge, the wisdom that the opposite person has. But if you keep speaking, you will never get the wisdom, you will never get the knowledge that the opposite person is trying to give you. So to be successful, you got to be knowledgeable. And to be knowledgeable, you need to be a good listener, right? So practice the habit of listening, and not only listening to reply, not only listening to, forget or listen just because you have to. Listen to absorb. Listen with a positive attitude that, okay, the person opposite me is giving me some knowledge. He's sharing his experience, he's sharing his wisdom, and I have got a lot of things to learn from them. And let me tell you, my dear friend, every person walking on this planet has got something to teach you. And not only every person, every creature on this world has something to teach you if you're that eye and if you're ready to listen to what they are ready to teach you, right? So that is the first quality of a successful people. They are good listener. Second important quality of a successful people, also about gaining a knowledge, is they are good reader. I've observed in my life, whenever I listen to my mentors, whenever I listen to some great people, whenever I listen to the CEOs and managing directors and entrepreneurs and you know all that, I've observed one thing in common, that all of them, when they're recording the video, when they're giving the message, have tons of books on the backside. They've read, they've gone through all of them. If you have agreed, if you've seen that, just type agree in the comment box. Wherever you're watching this video, you could be watching this video on YouTube, Facebook, Insta, wherever. If you observe this in your life, just type agree in the comment box, right? And take note, keep your notepad papers handy and keep noticing this pen. These are very important points. And as I told earlier as well, this is not just a motivational video. This is what I have gained over past decade reading the books of most successful authors on this planet and most intelligent guys I have listened to and I have come into contact with, right? So they are always a good reader. Reading is a skill that will give you knowledge like anything, right? You should have the habit of reading good books. And someone has rightly said that always buy a good book, even if you cannot read them. And of course, books are the best friends, right? So develop a habit of reading. And also, when you're reading, I've read tons of books in my life that has really changed my life. to give few names of the best books I've read, it is Rich Dad Poor Dad, Power of Subconscious Mind, Rich Dad Think and Grow Rich. This are and I've read tons of books, even that have changed my life, like Unposted Letters. It answers every aspect of your life. So if you want to grow big, if you want to be successful, you got to be gaining a lot of knowledge, and books are the best medium for that, right? So be a good reader. Unless you're reading, you are just spending your time on Insta and Facebook and just scrolling through the shit that is getting spread over there. You will never grow in your life. So you got to be a good reader if you want to be successful in time to come. Then, having said that, the third characteristics of a successful people are they focus on the circle of influence. Now, what is the circle of influence? Whenever any problem comes to us, we people try to just manage the problem which is not in our hand, which is not within our control, right? Like if pandemic has come, corona has come, there are lockdowns. There's no point in blaming China. There's no point in blaming government for lockdowns. There's no point in blaming, government for curfews and authorities and all that. So always when a problem comes, or always when you're worried in your life, or you are tensed, and you're so desperate to find a solution, just ask yourself this question: Is it within my control? The first question that you need to ask is it within my control? If no, it is beyond your circle of influence. And if you keep worrying about those things, it will just add on it will just keep add on worries to you. It will not help you. It will burden you with more worries, and sometimes you might feel depressed or frustrated. So always focus on your circle of influence. Whenever any situation comes across you, just focus on what is within your control, what is within your circle of influence. If something is not within this, just ignore it. Try to take action on what is your control, and it will change the situations, right? Like, see what Mukesh Ambani had done. When Corona came, when lockdown came, the demand of petrol went down. He was not blaming government, and he was like, oh my gosh, petrol demand is going to go down, my company is going to make losses and all that. He started focusing on other avenues, and we know he grew richer in lockdown like anything, because he was focusing on his circle of influence, right? Then the fourth point is time management. I have made a separate video on this as well, but the very quick point I want to tell over is I have never, again I'm saying, I have never heard the sentence I don't have time from any successful people in this world. Yeah, I can guarantee that. You will never listen to some sentence like I don't have time from the people who are really successful in their field. Yeah, even if they are running busy through their schedules, they will never tell you that I don't have time. They'll say, okay, we'll keep it on this date, or we'll keep it on that date, or we'll meet in the next week or something. They never tell you that I don't have time for this. In fact, I don't have time is the biggest excuse failures give. Again, I repeat this because this is a very important sentence. You can keep it written. I don't have time is the sentence spoken by failures because they don't know how to manage their time. Everybody on this planet has got same 24 hours. Everybody has got 24 hours same. If you can't manage your time, it is your fault, and you will never grow big in your life. So you have to learn manage time, right? And it is not only about accepting appointments or something. You also got to be learning time management in regard to what is important to you. Are you wasting your time on non-productive things? You got to check this. You got to have a check on this. Are you wasting your time on something that doesn't improve your life? Like 2 days back, if I give you example, I was listening to a video of one of my mentor, and he was talking about how much time we are wasting on the mobile. And the moment I listened to that video, I switched off all the notification on my phone. And literally I was, even I noticed that I was wasting so much time on social media, emails, and Facebooks and YouTubes and everything. So if you want to really be productive, this is a very quick tip I want to give you. If you really want to be productive in your life, just stop all the push notifications on your phone, and you will realize how productive you can be, right? Because if notifications keep popping up, it it distracts you, and once you go over there, it you never realize how much time it is taking, and you're just wasting hours after hours on that. So this is one small trick. If you want to be productive, just switch off all the notification, push notifications on your phone, including WhatsApp and everything. Nothing is so urgent in this life. You got to be productive, right? If you agree with this, or if you're finding this suggestion powerful, just type powerful in the comment box. Yeah, I want you guys to comment, and I want you guys to learn on this. So that's the fourth point that I wanted to share about time management. Having said that, we go to fifth point, and the fifth point is mastermind alliance. This is a very, very important point. If you are surrounded by the people around you who are failures or who are not positive thinkers, who don't have self belief, they will never let you go up. This is a fact, because I have felt it in my life. At one point of time, I was surrounded by people who were not optimistic, who were so negative that if you talk something positive to them, if you talk a good opportunity to them, they'll say like, oh no, it can be fraud, they are scammers and all that, right? And now I realize that at that point of time, my growth was actually not nothing. I was not growing at all. Fortunately, when I started getting into the group of people who are really positive, who are really optimistic, who believe in themselves, who want to grow in the life, want to be successful, want to achieve great success in the life, my life started to change like anything. I started looking at every opportunity in a different perspective. Earlier, when I was surrounded by those people, the first, someone tells me, I was like, oh my gosh, he's selling me. He's telling me because he want to sell. He's a scammer. He want to earn money. It will not help me. That was the mindset even I had few years back, right? So be very, very assured that people around you are very, very positive, optimistic, they believe in themselves, and they want to grow. If you're surrounded by people that, okay, I'm living my life happily, I don't need to work hard, I don't want to grow big, money is not everything. It's not just about money, but let me tell you, money is not everything. Even I agree with that, but you need money to buy everything. And I it is my personal observation, the people who keep saying that money is not everything are the ones who are not having it. The people who are having money, who are successful, I have not heard this, that money is not everything, from a single person who is successful. Right? Money is the energy, my friend. You can do wonderful things with that. You can help society, you can feed poor. Who says money is an evil? It's an energy. You can use it in any way you want, right? And this, the next point is going to be very important, where negative people maybe within your family, maybe within your best friends, but you have to get rid of them. We are not saying that just abandon your family or something, but you have to be strong enough. You have to be surrounded by so successful people or so positive minded people that when those negative minded people, if you cannot leave them, if they tell you something, it cannot discourage you. Even being very, very honest, still even till today, I got to have some people around me who are not that positive, who are not that optimistic, but whenever they say me anything, I listen to them, but it doesn't affect me at all. The moment I cut the phone, I'm on the very, the very next moment, I'm on the next vibration, because of the people I've got myself around, right? So having a mastermind alliance is very, very important. And the last sentence on this point is going to be very, very important. If you are smartest in the group, if you are smartest in the group, you need to change the group. Because if you're smartest in the group, you will never grow beyond that point. Okay? So do remember this point. If you are smartest in the group, you got to change the group. If you're finding this awesome, just type super awesome in the comment box. Earlier you would have commented powerful. Just type super awesome in the comment box. Do comment if you're finding this video very, very useful. Okay? Then, sixth point is successful people are always optimists. Whenever any opportunity comes to them, they never say, oh my gosh, I can suffer losses, they are scammers and everything. At least they listen to the opportunity, because in point one I said they are good listener. They never judge someone. And you can check with yourself. If you're not so successful, if you're not able to, uplift your life, you're not optimist. You can see that in your life. You can testify this thing, that whenever some opportunity comes to you, what is your first thought? Are you thinking, yeah, oh my gosh, he's having a company, so he's selling me. He is a businessman, so he's selling me. There's nothing in this. I will lose money. No, you have to be optimist. There is, there's something positive in every opportunity, and you have to convert your adversity into opportunity. That's why you be successful. You see the lives of all successful people in the life, you know, on this planet. They've always come, they've come out from the hardest time in their life. Take Abraham Lincoln. Take take anyone in this life. Take even Dhirubhai Ambani in India. They all were not so rich, but they were optimists, and they became rich. They become successful, and now they are leading the world to a new direction. Okay, so you got to be optimistic and have have tons of energy in your life to be successful. Seventh point is replace themselves. Now this is a pointly from a this is purely from a business perspective, but this is a very very important point. If people cannot grow in their life, if people cannot grow their life, if they cannot grow their business, if they cannot, succeed beyond a point, is because they think the way they manage, the way they do the thing, nobody else can do that. When you have that ego, I'm sorry to say this, but there's an ego. When you see that your business cannot run without you, this thing cannot be done without you, or no one can do this thing as good as you do, your business and you will never ever grow. For growing beyond a point, you have to replace yourself. A few days back, I was listening to the video of T. Harv Eker. He's a very successful man, and he said that if you want to grow real big in your life, you have to take yourself out of the business, because you are that cog in the wheel who will not let your business succeed, and ultimately even you yourself being succeed. Right? You have to replace yourself. You have to have a team of people. You alone cannot win the battle. You have to trust the people. You have to build a team for yourself, for your business, who will work for you, and then you will grow manifold. If you want to do everything just because you think that, okay, I'm the best at it, I'm best at it, no one else can do like this, then you will never grow in your life, my dear friend. In your business, you have to take yourself out of business. You have to create a product. And if you're in a service industry, I'm sorry to say that even I'm a chartered accountant, but I say this very very honestly, if you're in a service industry, you have to create products, because services are ultimately, if you are a service professional, ultimately you are a self-employed, right? You have to take yourself out of the business if you want to grow your business like anything. So that's the 7th point. 8th point is they always have a winning attitude. Come what may, whatever adversities they might face, they never lose the hope. They always think that, okay, I can win from here, I can win from here. And those, the people who are having this winning attitude ultimately grow big. The best example is MS Dhoni. Listen, I mean, observe his life. Of course, he has now retired and everything, but if you observe his career, he never felt like I'm going to lose the match. Right? He always had that winning attitude that, okay, whatever is going to be the required rate, I'll match up with that. I have that capability, and he succeeded because he believed in himself. He had a winning attitude. Yes, so you got to be having a winning attitude. If the moment a difficulty comes in your way, and you start thinking like, oh my gosh, now it's the end of road, I got to change, you will never succeed in life. You got to be facing those difficulties, accepting them, find a solution, because third point I talked about, they focus on solution and not on problems. So that's the point that they're going to make. Then next point is they take responsibilities. Successful people are never who avoid responsibilities or who give excuses. If they fail, they'll take the responsibility, and before they fail, they are ready to take the responsibility to lead. They are ready to take the responsibility to start some new venture. They're ready to take the responsibility to lead the society as a whole. If you're not taking responsibility, you can never grow big. Whenever opportunity comes into your way, you have to take responsibility, you have to be accountable, and then only you will be able to encash that opportunity. If you're always busy finding excuses, you will never you will never succeed in your life. So just introspect yourself. Whenever opportunity has come to your life, were you busy finding excuses that no, this is not, I cannot do that, this is beyond my capacity, this is not what I'm meant for? These are all excuses. I don't have time, I don't have money, all these are excuses. You got to be taking responsibility that okay, I'm ready to take this opportunity, I want to take a chance, and I'll do whatever it takes. When you decide that okay, I want to do whatever it takes, then actually you start uh, taking responsibilities, and then you start growing. Unless you take responsibility as a leader or as a businessman or as an entrepreneur, you will never succeed in your life. Okay. And the last point that I want to make over here is never reprimand others' success. Have you ever heard of successful people reprimanding others' success? Have you ever heard the people on the top saying that okay, he's a scammer, he is that, he is a fraud? No, they never say that because they are already at the top. They don't have time for all this crap. They are so busy in achieving their own success. They don't have time for any of this crap. They don't have any of the they absolutely don't have time for any of this thing, right? So never reprimand others' success, compliment them, enjoy their success, be a part of their success, and then you will succeed. Because when you compliment others on their success, when you congratulate them, when you feel happy about their success, you are sending a positive vibe to the universe that okay, you also deserve a success. When you keep reprimanding others' success, you are sending a signal to the universe that you also don't deserve to be a successful person. So never reprimand others' success. Always enjoy it, be a part of it, compliment them, congratulate them, and send a positive vibe to the universe that okay, you also deserve to be a successful, right? So these are the 10 points that successful people have. If you follow this in your life, I can guarantee that it will change your life forever. Because over the past decade, I've been reading a lot of books. I have followed so many successful people. I've been uh, mentored by so many people who are really, really successful in their field. And this was a short summary of what I've learned from every one of them. I hope you'd have loved the video. If you found this concept super awesome, powerful, just do comment wherever you're watching this video, be it Facebook, Insta, or YouTube. Thank you so much. Stay tuned. Bye bye.